And when we talk about the left-right paradigm, that doesn't mean that we still don't communicate by using the left-right terms to try to reach out to people. It's like when I talk about micro FM on the radio, I will say a local pirate radio station, micro FM, 90.1. And I always get emails saying, why are you, this is just a side little pet peeve of mine, why are you calling it pirate? It's not really pirate. Well, the general public doesn't know what micro FM is. I heard a caller today to a show go, yeah, I listen to this local station. I hear it's a microwave, a microwave. How am I hearing it then on my FM? So, side issue, we post mainline liberal stuff, mainline conservative stuff that's in that paradigm. You know, that's like saying I talked to an Aztec priest. Doesn't mean I agree with the fact that he's a sun god worshiper or a snake god worshiper, or a jaguar god worshiper. I'm talking about their beliefs, their idea. And so we'll post liberal stuff, conservative stuff, libertarian stuff, constitutionalist stuff. We'll post stuff from the Somali pirates' perspective and the pro-shipping perspective. You know, we're trying to give people a wide spectrum breakdown of what's going on and happening. And the main reason people then say, well, what is this about the left-right paradigm? Why are you going after Obama then if you're shattering a left-right paradigm? No. We go after all these puppet presidents because they're the engine. They couple the New World Order cargo carriers, cargo cars up to. And so if they're putting everything they've got behind him to make him a messianic leader, to push cap and trade and government eugenics healthcare and open borders and gun confiscation and tyranny and anti-free speech, hate crimes laws, then we're forced to go after him. But then after we have politically made him basically a dead horse that they can't ride, then we start moving on to exposing the next person, the next puppet. And so that's why we're doing this. But there's a lot of reasons. I launched a week and a half ago or whatever it is now. Yeah, about a week and a half ago, this contest that's now made international news. Fox News, AP, Drudge Report, just literally a phenomenon. I did it because somebody out in California put up the Obama socialist poster. And the media was like, it is racist. It is racist to criticize the president. Socialist is the new N-word. This is how they say N-word to each other. And I was like, wait a minute. And then the Village Voice came out and said that you can show Bush as a vampire or Bush as the Joker. They did both. Because I was using that example on air, and then suddenly people pointed out, hey, they're saying you can show Bush as that, but you cannot and you will not ever show Obama as that. And I thought, this is Soviet mind control. This is the establishment cold-bloodedly using the race card to inject racism and balkanization and to do it to attack the First Amendment. And so I said to my listeners, I said, do it legally and lawfully depending on your local laws, but wherever they common law post posters in the area where posters are up in the commons area, where you see other posters and handbills, post it. And I said, we're going to give you a fascist, a socialist. Those are all collectivist command and control systems. We're going to give you an Infowars.com, a New World Order poster, all these different variants. And we want you to go out and post these, in areas to get the word out, because regardless, it is a message of the people aren't just at town halls. They aren't just at county commissioners or congressional meetings or city council. They're out in the street. And this idea really just to stand up for the First Amendment. Oh, you don't like this one guy doing it in L.A. Well, you're saying we're not allowed to. How about people do it nationwide? And then just because we're tapping into the anger and people's frustration, it went crazy. Then last Tuesday, the media in Florida and Orlando starts saying we need to arrest who's ever doing this. State Attorney General investigating. It is a hate crime and people on the news saying, you can go watch these newscasts. It's incredible. You're not allowed to criticize Obama. It's racist. National Spanish TV saying I should be arrested. It's because it's the first brown person and Mr. Jones doesn't like it. So then they pulled him down in New York and San Francisco and Orlando and San Antonio. People went crazy and 10 times as many. I mean, we're talking Moscow, London. We're talking Tokyo. And folks, we're getting these videos. So many. I mean, United Nations right there on screen. I mean, they are sticking them up everywhere. It is insane. And it showed up in the San Francisco News, thousands of them in San Francisco. Now what the establishment's scared of is that people are copycatting it. And see, the establishment knows the power of an iconic image. So that Lenin-esque, it's literally a copy of Lenin. The guy that did all the Andre's Got a Posse, he admitted he did it off the communist posters. I mean, it's Obama looking off into the distance like Lenin.
He recently did a 1984 cover that is just off the charts. The same guy. You got to see it.
Well, if he knew 1984, he'd know that was about actually Stalin. I mean, that's what George Orwell said it was about. But the point is, in a modern type Stalin system, but off a study of Stalin, because he'd been a communist and woke up to it being a scam. He'd fought against the fascists in Spain. But side issue, the point is here, they know the power of an iconic image. And so they want him as this sweet, loving, dear Maoist leader. And so they're now panicking because this is an image really closer to what he really is. And we're using their own Hollywood iconography. I think that's the word for using icons. We're using this against them, and it's panicking them. And it's about viral grassroots marketing. It's about people getting out. I mean, these could be black squares or polka dotted squares or green squares. Why are these green squares everywhere? It causes a buzz. It isn't even so much what the image is, though this is iconic. It could be a rainbow square. What's the rainbow about? People would start asking. It's about people are out doing something. Something's going on. This is a fad that isn't driven by the corporate media. It's showing we have power. And instead of the corporate media forcing their agenda on us, we can force our agenda on them. When we come back, Jason, I'll finish up with what's happening right now. But this is historical.
Yeah, no, it's a true grassroots movement. We'll be back after this. It's the Info Warrior.